everybody, and welcome to another episode of Tangent TV, and more importantly, welcome to Action Week. This is the third of 3 weeks. We had Imagination, Collaboration, and now Action Week, and this week is going to be quick-paced, a few top things, and we're going to get you out there to start working on your ideas. If you're watching this live, amazing. A lot of the links I'll share in the chat. If you're watching this after, everything I talk about today, the links will be in the description down below, so definitely check it out. The first thing I'll point out, if you haven't already, sign up to Tangent Online if you're a student of Trinity. You can go to the Tangent website, tcd.ie/tangent. Join Tangent Online. It's an open blackboard with resources for innovators, entrepreneurs. Get your ideas started there. I'm going to show you one page of it today, which is the inspiration for what we're running through today, which is what I call the Idea Starter Pack. A lot of times, there are people who will come to me or to Tangent with an idea, and the first question is, how do I get started? Right? A lot of times it can be an overwhelming task to dive into, to just say, okay, I have this idea, it's just been boiling in my head. What is the first thing I do? So here is what I'll typically give out. There are a lot of different strategies around how you might get your idea started, but today we're just going to quickly go through what I call the Idea Starter Pack. But as I said, we're focusing on action, so I am going to run through it, but give you a bit of resources to follow up if you have things to look for, if you want some things to look for afterwards. So the first thing I'm going to show you is in the Blackboard module, Tangent Online, as I mentioned, this is what the Idea Starter Pack looks like. Essentially, we have three main things. There's the value proposition canvas, the lean canvas business model, and your elevator pitch. Those are the three things that I look for that can help me understand an idea very concisely. And I'm going to go through each of them really quickly. I'm not going to click the links here. I already have them open. But if you're in the module, those are things you would be able to click to go through. So if you want to find them afterwards, if you're watching this video, the links are in the description. Otherwise, you can get them in the module. So the first thing you're looking at is the value proposition canvas. This is what it looks like. It is designed by Strategizer, which you can see in the bottom right-hand corner here, and essentially it's the first way to start to understand the value you're going to be providing to your customers. You'll see over on this side we have customer jobs. That's where you're starting. So what are the jobs that your customer is trying to accomplish, right? So they're trying to do something and they have a problem. That's where you find your problem. The problems are the pains that they may have. So I'm trying to walk to the store, but my leg is broken. That could be a pain. And the potential gains, right, is if somebody's trying to walk to the store and they want to be able to get there faster, right? So there are pains and gains associated with accomplishing the jobs that the customer would like to accomplish. You then look all the way across to the potential products and services that you're going to create to solve those for the individual. This can mean with pain relievers, so something that helps my leg feel better, or gain creators, which could be something that is a motorbike that helps me get there faster. So these would be things that provide gains or relieve pains. And this is the easiest way to just begin thinking about how you might be solving a problem, a real problem, and creating value for your customers. Now, if you want more than just that quick thing that I went through, there's another link in the description to this video by Strategizer that again explains the value proposition canvas. It's only 3 minutes long, but it goes into a bit more detail of exactly how it all fits together. As I said, today I'm just making it a quick one. So then you will also be able to go to this website. There's another link in the description. On the Strategizer website, you can download the value proposition canvas, the one that I have just here. You'll be able to download that, and then it's a PDF, so you can edit in whatever it is you want, and it's an iterative process. So as you understand the pains and gains that a customer may have, you can evolve this and work on it again and again and again. So yeah, you can also create a different one for each customer segment. I should point that out. If you have different types of customers, they may have different pains and potential gains from using your products and services. So I'll leave it at that for the first one. The second thing in the Idea Starter Pack is the lean canvas business model. So the lean canvas, this is something you may have heard before. If you haven't heard it before and this is the first time, welcome to the lean canvas. This is what it looks like. There are a number of different things in it, and essentially what this is your business model put into a bite-sized space. So it's one piece of paper that will contain your early business model. And there's an order to going through it. You start with the problem. So what is the problem that your customer is having? You can get that from the value proposition canvas. You go then over to here, customer segments. Who are the people who are having that problem, right? I should mention first the thing that you're going to do after the problem. What are the existing alternatives to the to solve the problem right now. So what is it that people are doing right now to get by, right? I may just be limping to the store if I'm going with the leg analogy. That is an existing alternative. You then go over to customer segments, and you can look at early adopters. Those would be the first people who are going to be really excited when your solution comes out, because they probably have the biggest problem or are the most associated with the problem that you aim to solve. You then go into unique value proposition. This is a single, clear, compelling message that states why you are different and worth paying attention to. So this is what makes you different. So what makes your idea stand out? And when you've looked at what is that unique value, you then go into solution. And that's where you have the top 3 features of your solution. So what are the top 3 things that make your solution wonderful? Or what are the top 3 features of your solution? And the unique value proposition is what makes it different from everyone else. You then jump across over here to 5, which is your channels. So you know who your customers are, you know who the potential early adopters are. The channels are your paths to getting to them. This can be everything from online on Facebook to just standing out on Grafton Street and talking to them and saying, hey, you could be a potential customer of mine. Any way that you can reach your customers is a potential channel. Then you go from 5 down to 6, which is your revenue. So how are you going to make money? Essentially, if you're running a business or creating a startup, you need to earn money in some way. Even if you're a social enterprise, there needs to be a way of taking in revenue. So this is where you'd lay that out, and you put that against your cost structure, which is the other side. You'll notice on the bottom, this is the market side of the canvas, and then on the other side you have the product side. So it kind of breaks down across that way, and you jump back and forth to understand how the two connect. When you look at the cost structure, you can look at customer acquisition cost, how much it costs for you to get a customer on board, distribution cost, how much does it cost you to get the products to the customers, hosting, people, etc. The various things that are going to cost your business money in the effort of solving this problem for the people who you are solving it for. And in theory, these should balance. So you have break even in the middle. If they balance and your costs equal your revenue, you're going to have a balanced business, but any business needs to survive by making some sort of profit or at least breaking even. So that's where you can do that calculation. Once you've done number 7, you look up at number 8, which is your key metrics. So the key metrics are the things that you're going to measure your success by. So is it how many goods have we sold? If it's a social enterprise, how many lives have we changed? There can be any number of metrics, but your key metrics are going to be the top 3 that can tell you upfront, is my business doing well or is my business not doing well? They're things that you kind of benchmark to. And then the final one, number 9, is your unfair advantage. So can't be easily copied or bought. So this is something where you stand out, not just today, you have your unique value, what makes you different, but what is it that makes it unfair? In early stage teams, that's often your team. It's the skills that you have onboarded. However, down the road, it might be the fact that you have some intellectual property that you can actually protect and protect your business, and the fact that nobody else can have that, and that's where you're going to get ahead. I see, Colin, you put something in there. Use that before under unique UVP, unique value proposition. There's often a high level concept. I found that a very useful way to really clearly state that what your company does. Absolutely, it's not something that's on this specific canvas. I'll link you to another one, but your high level concept, thank you for mentioning that, Colin, your high level concept would be, we are the Uber for motorcycles, or the Snapchat for turtles. Like whatever that one line is to explain what your business is, it often references another business model that you may be parroting off, or you may be matching in a different industry, but that is where you have that one line that kind of brings it all together. And that actually can be something that after you do number 9 and you've gone through the entire canvas, the final thing you can do is, now I understand what my whole business is. Here's my high level concept that will bring it all together and make it easy for me to convey my message of what my business is to whoever I'm talking to. I'm creating the Snapchat for turtles. I like that one. So with that, and in the interest of conveying the message, now that you've looked at the pains and gains of your customer with the value proposition canvas, you've looked at the business model canvas, and you have a sense of how the business will function, how you'll reach your customers, these sorts of things, you can then go on to, how am I going to communicate this business effectively to whoever I'm talking to about it? And that's where the elevator pitch comes in. Now, I'm not sure how many of you have heard of an elevator pitch before. The concept comes from the idea, if you ran into someone in the elevator, say Elon Musk in the elevator, and you wanted him to potentially invest in your business, or even just tell him about it, you would have the time it takes to get from whatever floor you're on to whatever floor you guys are going to talk about your business. So usually that's anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute. And so you need to be able to convey at least enough to keep them interested in a short period of time. So the first thing I have here, this is a tutorial on building your lean canvas. So on Techstars Toolkit, again, the link is in the description. If you would like to watch these tutorial videos, you can go down. I also did a workshop on them earlier on Tangent TV, so do look out for that, but there is more information if you want to learn more about the business model canvas. But then we go into the elevator pitch. This is your lean canvas. The elevator pitch, sorry, I should say something about that. This is your lean canvas on the Techstars Toolkit. You're able to fill it out here. You can fill in these boxes, and then you are able to save your work. It shows up in the bottom right-hand corner, so I'm not actually here. I'll show you guys. It's just behind me. You're able to save your work just down here. So in the bottom corner, you can save your work. When you click that, it will export your file, and you'll be able to actually save your canvas. So it's just an easy way to work. But now, without further ado, the elevator pitch. There is also something on the Techstars Toolkit that goes through the elevator pitch. There's a session where I went through exactly how to do your elevator pitch. If you're interested, you can go through and you can watch this short video on how to do so. But what I'm going to show you guys today is essentially my abridged version of just the key things you need to know. And there's a link to download this in the description of the video once again. So I'll just pull it up here. This is the elevator pitch in a nutshell, adopted from that video from the Techstars Toolkit. If you have a look here, the first thing you want to put at the top is, what is your company name? So what are you calling yourself? You can come up with it. If I'm running with the Snapchat for turtles, it's the Snapchat Turtle Chat. We'll call it that, right? Turtle Chat, it's the elevator pitch for Turtle Chat, right? The introduction statement is the first thing you want to say, which comes usually from your value proposition, from your value proposition canvas. You look at your 4 customers with problem. So what's the problem? What are the pains that they're having? We provide solutions. So what are the products and services you're offering to them? Then if that's the first thing you would say to somebody in the elevator. So what are you working on? Oh, for these customers who have a problem, I provide this solution. Then you can pause, you can see what they have to say. If they have questions, that's wonderful, and that's a great way to run down that road. If they don't, something else that you might say if there are clear competitors, like, why is your Turtle Chat better than Snapchat? Well, unlike competitors, and then how we differentiate. So very simple, very straightforward. We are just for turtles, so we're different. And that can answer that question very quickly. And then the final one, if you want to go on and tell a little bit more, if you have a little bit more time, you can say company name, so Turtle Chat, makes money by, and how you make money. Because often, if you're in a social enterprise or some sort of business where it's not immediately obvious, like selling products, how you will make money, it can be good to get ahead of that and say, hey, here's how we're going to make money. So I have a business that solves a problem for real people, step number 1. Unlike the competitors who are in this space trying to do the same thing, we're different for this reason. And then we make money by doing this, and here's how we're going to make money. Because if they are a potential investor, at the end of the day, investors invest to get a return on their investment. And so you're trying to convince them that there is potential revenue that could build the value of your business and eventually make them a whole bunch of money. Guys, I am not going to make it a very long one today. So with that, if anybody is interested in learning more about this, you can click all of the links down into the description below. If you have questions, you can reach out to me, Joseph Lanzalotta. You can find me on LinkedIn. You can find me on the Tangent website, and I'm happy to answer your questions. Trinity students, I also have one-to-one mentorship sessions. So please, if you have these 3 things done, sit down with me. I'm happy to have a chat. Or even before that, I'm happy to have a chat with you about how to work on these. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. It's action focused, so I hope you guys get out there and make this happen today. Best of luck, and I will hope to see you on Wednesday for the next video in the Action Week series. Bye for now.